Be with you, and greetings to the people of the sun, the people of light. Uh, I just wanted to do a little videotape because I'm about to start another book, and I wanted to read a little bit of, or what the preface, the author's preface, and just put it out there as anybody who listens to it, if you have a comment on it or think that it might be a good something to read, right? Indicate that. And if you think it ain't something that should be printed, let me know that as well, right? But I just want to read a little bit of the author preface, right? The book is titled is going to be, let me see. The book is going to be titled The Religion and Spiritual / Metaphysical System of the Original Man. Okay, so here's my little preface. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught that black people in America were descendants of the original people of the earth and that our original religion was Islam. However, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad also made it quite clear that he was not speaking of the Islam of the Arab or Persian dispensation that we're familiar with today. Mr. Muhammad was pointing and directing us to a time going back 50,000 years to a world substantially different than ours and this time in which we now live. Elijah Muhammad has seeded many among us with a knowledge based on actual facts and a teaching that has been predestined to evolve among us, becoming the new mind described as the New Jerusalem coming down from heaven in the scriptures of the Bible. This original mind was connected through the individual to what comes down to us as the divine mind, or Christos, and what is referred to in Psalms as the order of Melchizedek. Melchizedek was a figure described as the king of the city of Salim, or Salem, or the city of peace. It was a black Canaanite civilization that is tied to the sons of Anak in the Bible or in the book of Genesis, or the Anunnaki of the Sumerians or Sumerian culture. The Sumerian and Kemetic civilizations, which exist right at the perimeter of our current memory, about 3,500 years, and established and accepted history as recorded. Our purpose in these writings is to take a look at the spiritual systems that were prevalent among the Sumerians, the people of Kemet, the so-called Hebrews, and even the Mayans of South Mexico, all of which believed in the idea of God coming into the person of a man. The very hierarchy of leadership in all of these societies were considered to be divine. Pharaoh was a god. The Anunnaki were considered gods. It was the aspiration of all of these societies to cultivate the divinity in all of its people. This is precisely the essence of what has been brought back to remembrance among us by the coming of Master Farad Muhammad, and has been the focus of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's messengership, bringing an oppressed people into the very mind of the true and living God. It is in this context that we must begin to appreciate the great distinction in what was meant by both Noble Drew Ali and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad when they used the term Islam. They were talking about a union, a complete submission to the higher impulse. The concept of resurrection of the dead was the reuniting of our individual consciousness with the source of ourself, which is the realm of this higher or divine mind. Knowledge of self, or self-knowledge, in this context connotes an experiential relationship with the very source of all being. This was the purpose of initiation into a temple system, as is a pronounced feature of each of these ancient societies. and degrees of knowledge and experience that is designed to activate, stimulate, and develop various organs existing within our brains. This initiation system devoted to higher being was the way, the truth, the light, and it was also what was called the Order of Melchizedek. It is our hope that the pages to follow will provide at least some insight into the spiritual system of our ancestors, the Islam of the divinely inspired message coming to former slaves in America, the knowledge of God in person, the ancient Order of Melchizedek. So our manuscript, our book, will try to unveil for us that truth. So this is the preface. I'm just curious, as in, I'm a terrible reader, but whether it will make anybody interested in the book. This is Brother Salih, Zeb Tepe Institute. Thank you for your attention, and I hope to hear some comments. Assalamu alaikum.